This video is going to be as a reminder to myself of why I record these YouTube videos. Essentially, it's going to be a video where we have a conversation with those amazing artists.
Oh, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles.
Hola, you amazing artists. So today I want to have a conversation with you about the kind of stuff that I post and the motivation behind why I post these videos. I think when we hit 10,000 subscribers, something in my brain kind of like shifted, and all of a sudden this became real to me. Some of you might know that we've spent the last what feels like forever not feeling well. During that time, we had a chance to really talk about and reevaluate everything, all the creative things that we're working on, whether it is my art career, Klee's jewelry, our music, videos here on YouTube, the stuff we create for Patreon, our vlog, just different things like that, and just kind of reevaluating and seeing where it is that we stand.
Yeah, we had great conversations in between my crying and sleeping.
Yeah, there was a lot of crying and sleeping that went on during these conversations as well. Because we're here on YouTube, I want to talk about YouTube and where I stand with YouTube, because for the most part, the response that I get from you guys is amazing. I mean, 99% of the people that watch the videos really get it. They understand where I'm coming from. Then there is that 1% that might happen upon a video that they don't get the answers that they want because they're looking to be spoon-fed an answer of exactly what it is that you're supposed to do.
We don't use spoons around here.
No, unless I'm using it for paint.
Or eating.
Or eating. Oh, yeah. For example, one of the cookie cutter advice things that people will give other artists out there, create what is popular in your area, create the kind of stuff that is in demand in your area. So if you live in a coastal area, then do beach scenes. It's great advice for somebody that wants to do that. For me personally, that is not the advice that I would give. I don't give that kind of advice because I don't believe that in the long run, that's going to work out for you. Sure, in the short term, you're going to do really great and you're going to sell things that are popular and you may become popular for this style of art, but then you're going to be stuck being known for that style of art and creating stuff that maybe you didn't want to create in the first place. That's not really you. That's not really your style of art. That's why I always say create what is you. Because if you're going to get popular with something, you want to get popular creating something that you love to create.
Yeah, nobody wants a beach scene infused with angst and resentment.
Yeah, exactly. No, and really what it comes down to is, are you going to be happy living that life? A lot of artists think that just becoming an artist, that's it, that's the answer, yay! But in actuality, there are a lot of directions that you could head in with your art career that would be standard or cookie cutter, will put you in an art career, but not necessarily one that you enjoy and not one that is meaningful for you. That's why my advice is always go with your gut, do what is unique to you, and that's essentially what these videos are for. These videos are for you to tap into that inner genius inside of yourself in order to blaze your own trail and create your own path. Because there is only a very small amount of advice that I could give you that works across the board, and that advice I give. Everything else you really need to figure out for yourself. A perfect example of that is artist websites. If you go online and you look for an artist website, there's all this advice on how to do an artist website. So when you go to an artist website, you're going to find a gallery of work, a link to their resume, and a link to their artist statement that bores you to freaking death. It's almost like this is the standard, this is what you're supposed to do. So every artist out there seems to do it the exact same way because that's how they were taught to do it, or that's what they think they're supposed to do because they see other artists do it. And there is nothing about that that is going to set you apart from the art world. Nobody freaking cares about your artist statement or your resume other than other people in the art world for some reason make it seem like that's important. I think an artist statement is important if you are talking about a specific work of art or you are talking about why it is that you create what you create. But if you are following the standards of what most artists write for their artist statement, which is all this cookie cutter bullcrap that doesn't really necessarily mean anything, then it's not standing out, and it's not you, and it's not something that will actually make a difference in your art career.
So in other words, what you're saying is, do you, boo. Do you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the videos here on YouTube are about. When I first started with my art career, I was nervous and I was looking for information to find out how to do things as an artist. Like how am I supposed to act? What am I supposed to do? What kind of art should I create? What should my website look like? All of these questions that were based in insecurity because it wasn't about me being myself. It was about me portraying myself as an artist the way that society portrays an artist, not realizing that it doesn't matter how anybody else is behaving. It doesn't matter what other artists are doing. What matters is who am I and is that who I'm presenting out into the world? What I realized after years of trying these different things that were not really me was that I was following the same script as everyone else. There was nothing about my art career or myself that was standing out above the crowd. And in some way, as being an artist, I was like, yeah, I'm non-conforming from society, but I was basically conforming into what society thinks an artist is supposed to do, what art professionals and art teachers think that an artist is supposed to do. And that's the thing. It's all just a bunch of opinion in a creative field where there is no way of really predicting or dictating what it means to be a successful artist. If you want to stand out, then you have to put yourself out there. You, the unique, individual, creative person that you are, you need to put yourself out there. Don't worry about what an artist's statement is supposed to look like. Don't worry about a genre that came before you. Create your own damn genre. Create your own style. Create your own techniques. Or if you want to learn some techniques from the geniuses that came before you, that's awesome. But then take those techniques, learn them, and make them your own.
Yeah, and one thing's for certain. With 7 billion people in the world, even if only 1% of those people share similar ideas or likes as you, that's still like a lot of mofos.
Yeah, that's a lot of mofos. The reason that I'm posting this is because a lot of times I get comments from people who are just like, well, that's not true, and there's this statement, and this is the way that you're supposed to do it. And you got to remember that in the art world, there's a bunch of egos and a bunch of people that say that this is how it's supposed to be done. It's not how it's supposed to be done. Nobody can define the exact path of a creative, of an artist. You as an artist are in the center of an arena, and there are a bunch of spectators that are just shouting out all these demands of what it is that you're supposed to do, but they're not actually getting in there. They're not in the arena. They're not the center of attention, putting themselves out there, be themselves, and like get out there. And all the naysayers that are going to be like, that doesn't work. You're going to be a starving artist. You're blah, 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 blah. Like there are all these standards in society of what it means to be an artist, whether or not it's another artist telling you what it means to be an artist. So what I'm saying is don't let society and don't let other artists tell you how to present yourself in the world. You are a unique individual. I guess technically I'm another artist saying that you should present yourself as a unique individual.
Yeah, but you don't have to listen to us either.
No, don't listen to me. Just be yourself. Don't follow any standards or any rules or any of those cookie cutter courses that all over the internet now. I can't even go on Instagram without seeing one of those, do you want to sell your artwork? Sign up for this course. And it's like, sure, that's great. There's probably a lot of great advice on there, but it's all advice that's taken in from the business world, and they're bringing it to you as an artist to try to use that business sense in your art career. And yes, some of that stuff is going to work brilliantly with your art, but some of it, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt. You gotta switch it up and change it up for your own unique self.
It's a cliche thing to say, but it's really true. The rules really don't apply.
Yeah.
In the art world especially.
No rules apply. And if you have any doubts about that, just for a moment, imagine yourself unleashing your creative personality out into the world fully for everybody to see. There would be nobody out there like you doing what you do. And that's essentially why I say create the artwork that you love to create and put yourself out there your way as much as you possibly can. No matter what, if there's venues already set up that make it easy for you, do that. If not, create your own venues, create your own opportunities, to put yourself out there. This really turned into a rant, didn't it?
Wasn't it always a rant?
I don't think it was a rant. I think it started out as just a conversation. Like, we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, well, just like everything else, videos can't be reined in either.
And that's part of what we had talked about while we were not feeling well, was also the videos and the direction that I was heading in with the videos. And I realized that, like, what is most important to me is that I am not a cookie cutter type artist that is going to give you the standards of what this is or what that is. I am not going to lay it out for you step by step on exactly this is how you create an art career. And look, Rafi has a seminar now. Like, that's just not going to happen.
You might have a seminar someday, but if you do, I'm sure it will be pretty weird.
Yeah, it'll be a Rafi seminar that is all about you getting in tune with who you really are and presenting that awesomeness out into the world. That's what these videos are about. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say here and what it is that I want to present to you. And just know that that's where I come from.
Nobody knows what's gonna work.
And if they're telling you that they know exactly what's going to work, they're lying. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hopefully that made sense. I really don't know. And if you guys have any 2 cents or questions or anything for us, just go ahead and leave those in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. You are the reason that we do this. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. That's it. Say goodbye, Klee.
Good day.
Adios.